Okay guys, I'm going to talk to you for a second today about Tappets. Alright, I just got a Tappet in from the Mazda dealer. A single Tappet cost me over $60. This is the hydraulic Tappet that belongs in the Mazda V6, the 2.5 liter from the Millenia. I gave consideration to replacing all of my Tappets, and I could have, and I noticed online that there were some aftermarket products out there where I could get all 24 of them for just a little bit of money. This particular Tappet, let me just back up for a second. The whole reason I'm even dealing with Tappets right now is that I had 24 Mazda Tappets in that car, and they were good. They're not perfect. You can definitely see that they're worn. They've gone 115,000 miles, but they are still usable in my opinion. They just need to not dry up and have the cams rub against them dry. So we're just going to make sure that that doesn't happen. I lost one when I was at DMS. How this happened is just beyond me, but it happened. So now I've got 23 Mazda Tappets. What to do? I didn't want this to be something that slows me down. I'm ready to put my vehicle back together and off to the races. Done a lot of preparation to have clean surfaces for my head gaskets, and this is going to be the second time I've assembled that engine, and I just really want it to go the right direction this time and not have a whole lot of trouble. I'd like to seal this thing up and not have to take it apart again and spend any more time on it. It's been way too much time. All right, so I noticed that for $20 I could go to O'Reilly and pick up this sealed power Tappet. And I talked to the manager who ordered it for me, could get it there. He said, I could have this here for you tomorrow if you want it. So, okay, go on and do it. Well, I asked him, that's a hydraulic Tappet, right? He's like, yeah, that's a hydraulic Tappet. Okay, all right, sounds good. That's what I need. Hydraulic Tappet, $20. I'll pay $20 right for a hydraulic Tappet. That'll be just fine. So I get this Tappet in, and here it is. This end right here is the end that the cam pushes against. The cam lobe rotates, and once every cam cycle, it pushes this down, and that in effect opens the valve. This part right here is the part that controls the length that presses against the valve. This is supposed to be an adjustable length. In other words, the end can move in and out. It has oil inside. Oil stays inside the Tappet, and depending upon any change, this sets its length appropriate to however your engine needs to be so that the valve closes fully and opens properly. And this is hydraulic. This changes lengths dynamically. It stays static usually, but over time, as things change in your engine, this is capable of changing length. Okay. This is capable of changing lengths if it is hydraulic, and that's the big question. So the reason I know what a hydraulic Tappet is I took all the other 24 out of the car, took them apart, and saw the working mechanisms, cleaned out. They had nasty oil in there. It was just old. I cleaned them out, put fresh oil in there on all the other ones, and now I've lost one. So now we're looking at the sealed power one. I should be able to pull this out, take the mechanism out, and clean it and see how it works. But there's a problem. I can't pull this out. This does not come out like the other ones do. I called the guy up at O'Reilly, and he said, oh yeah, you'll never get that out of there. It ain't coming out. I said, it's a hydraulic Tappet, right? He said, yes, but it's fine. It'll be fine. Just put it in the car. So the long and the short of the reason I'm making this video is I do not believe that this part right here even is hydraulic at all. I think it is fixed, and I think that's a fixed length. They have decided we think it should be this length. It doesn't need to move, and we're going to sell Tappets like that. Who's going to know the difference? Who's going to do the analysis on this? It'll probably work, probably, but it does not change length. Not the way that the Mazda engineers intended. And I'm going to trust the Mazda engineers because I believe that those Japanese engineers over there, they know how to make a good car, and they've been doing it a long time. I'm just going to go with whatever they think. I can't get that hydraulic mechanism out. Now let's take a look at the Mazda one. I'm glad I only need one of these. It's $60 a piece, $62 plus tax. You know, if I had to replace all 24, I'd get pretty costly, pretty quick. All right. Here comes it. First of all, the first thing you notice with the Mazda one is it is packaged in a little packet full of oil. I mean, there's oil everywhere in here. I'm going to get rid of that package. There's too much oil. All right. There's the end of the tappet. It looks just like the other one, but the difference is this. I can take my pliers, reach in there and grab that, and pull out a hydraulic mechanism. This hydraulic mechanism inside, it has more pieces. You can pull this apart. It's got a spring in it. It's got all kinds of crazy little pieces in there. This is a hydraulic tappet. This is what goes in the KLZE Mazda in V6 2.5 liter. I'm going to put that back in there, press it in. It adjusts its length. You don't have to worry about it. As long as it's present and it's in there, your valves are going to be just fine with this tappet in place. So I'm going to go place this tappet in the head. I'm going to bolt the heads on the short block. I'm going to reassemble this vehicle. We're going to drive it up to makerspace and everybody take a look. Thanks for taking the time watching my video.